Minister for Equity, Social Justice, and a parliamentary rep for Castries Southeast, Joachim Henry, has found himself in hot water with residents of his constituency for his statements about the public transportation system in that area. The minister was speaking at a ceremony held at the Castries Southeast Constituency Council in Bexar, where the Taiwanese government handed over a 30-seater coaster bus valued at $300,000 to the constituency. The bus is to be used for the purposes of providing free transportation to residents. As justification for the procurement of the bus, the minister suggested that the donation was necessary to provide transportation services to residents in some parts of the constituency who are currently in dire need of access to bus service. Making reference to the new development Bel Air area, the minister implied that the situation has obtained for the past 30 years. He insinuated that prior to this new bus arrangement, the residents' only option for transportation was through an arrangement with the former parliamentary rep, Guy Joseph. The minister also claimed that residents were being overcharged by public bus drivers to get them to their homes. But residents say Henry's assertions only prove how out of touch he is with what's happening on the ground.
If you go to Bel Air, whereas we relocated people from Tetchimet to Bel Air to establish a new community for the construction of Rosedam, even after 30 years, we have not put in place the transportation network to allow them to have access to preschool services. Even to get to town, some of them have to walk a good distance to the main road in Sarat, and when it rains sometimes they need to run back to their homes, because there's no means of transportation. The public transportation do not get into Bel Air. In fact, there are no preschool in Bel Air, and the preschoolers need to go to Sarat. But there's no public transportation commuting between Bel Air and Sarat, and people cannot move around. In fact, many years complaining that even when they come from the town with the bags, they need to pay sometime an extra $6 just to get into almost 300 yards, or they need to carry heavy load and walk the distance.
Irate residents have taken the minister to task for what they say are misleading claims. One resident who responded to the minister's claims says that she was one of the original residents relocated to that area.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
The resident also explained the reality of the bus situation in her community.
We always get in bus, but you know, they don't really have too many buses, because all the different places, you will still find people waiting under the bus stop sometimes, you know. But so if you're in a hurry and then you're ready to go, you go to the gap. But that doesn't mean we don't get bus. The only problem we have sometimes ago, that was when they did not the road wasn't fixed.
The Bel Air resident went on to say that the bus fare is $4.50, but she can pay $5 and have the bus drop her off at her door, since she lives far past the turning point where the drivers normally drop off passengers. A long-time resident of Sarat says that the minister needs to actually come down to the constituency and stop making false claims.
I'm not from Bel Air, but as far as I know, growing up in Sarat, Bel Air has always had vehicles in and out. The road wasn't even good, and people still used to get bus service from Bel Air to Castries. So I don't know what Joachim is talking about.
The Bel Air community is in fact being serviced by two different bus systems. The community is divided into two areas. Old Bel Air, which is being serviced by the 3A or Lacqua Mengo route, and New Development Bel Air, which is the responsibility of the 3C or Sarat Bel Air Millet bus drivers. Bus drivers on that route angrily refute the minister's claims, stating that not only do they transport passengers in and out of New Development Bel Air on a daily basis, but some of them also transport passengers to Old Bel Air on early mornings when passing through the area to get to New Development. The bus drivers also say that because of the vastness of the area that their route covers, It is the custom that there be 2 buses loading on the bus stand at all times, one servicing Sarot and Bele and the other Vanna through to Tetchime. In some cases where bus drivers have no choice but to pick up passengers from everywhere along the route on their way to the community, any passengers in the Bele area are picked up and dropped off at the main road in Sarot free of charge to enable them to catch buses headed straight to Castries. In response to the claim that passengers have to carry heavy loads for as long as 3 miles, one angry bus driver had this to say.
As a bus driver on the Millet Bele Road, traveling, we never did what Joachim said. So we transporting the people. I myself, from 6 minutes to 6, I on the road is Sarot Bele. I transporting the people, and obviously Mr. Joachim say the people walking from Sarot Gap to enter Bele with their load. That is not true. You can see that in my bus they have some groceries I have to bring way in, not the turning point, way in Bele for a passenger, and she stayed in town and I have to bring it at her home. We just transport the people, and Mr. Joachim need to apologize to the bus drivers and the public. Yes, what he's saying there, that's a lie.